Yes, guys, Rob here. So I just wanted to make, well, a quick video, kind of quick. Um, Also, I'm not going to edit this, so it might be a little bit all over the place, but it's kind of my authentic self with no edits. So just bear with me. If I'm standing up, then sitting down, then over there, then just allow me. Okay, so yeah, I'm Rob. I'm the owner of Revive Sports Therapy. I'm at work right now. This is my clinic. And I just kind of wanted to just speak a little bit about kind of my business, my personal life. So I'm only a few followers off 1,000 subscribers now on YouTube. So thank you for subscribing to my channel. And I just kind of want you guys to see a little bit of me, just so it's not all kind of just me treating clients with kind of soundtracks over the top. I just want you guys to hear my voice. And yeah, so let's kind of start from the top. So I just want to introduce myself. I'm Rob. I'm 29 years old and I'm from Redcar, which is in the northeast of England. I'm just going to check this is still rolling, by the way. Yeah, so I'm from the northeast of the UK. I graduated in 2019. So my degree was sports therapy and rehabilitation. Since I graduated, I set up being self-employed. So I started just doing mobile treatments. So I was in my car with all my heavy stuff. I was visiting people's houses, and I kind of built my business up that way. And then before this clinic, I had a small place in the next town where I was working from for a little while. This place, it was just a means to start in, really. It was a bit dirty, it was a bit kind of rough and ready, um, but it was cheap, and it got me kind of my base of clients. Um, but I knew that I needed somewhere a little bit more clean, a little bit more presentable. That's when I met Emma, the owner of this clinic that I work at. She came to me as a client one day, and she was kind of we really got on with each other. She really liked me. She said like my treatment was really good, but she was like, this place where you're in is going to really let you down. Especially, I was finding that is this still on? I was finding that I was kind of treating a lot of guys, and they weren't too bothered. But I found like women seemed to like either come once, then not come back, and I knew it was because it was a bit. My room was nice, but the entrance was a little bit kind of rough and ready. It was a bit like a building site, really, but it was cheap, so that's why I started there. But so Emma, who owns this clinic, she basically just said to me like, "Why don't you come and do a few trial kind of treatments here, see how you like it?" This was around 4.5 years ago now, and I've been in this clinic space ever since. It's been really it's been a journey here. Really, it's kind of like I absolutely love coming to work here. I feel comfortable. It's clean. I've got everything I need in this clinic space, and I'm really grateful that I was kind of given the chance to come here, because I think it's really helped my business kind of blossom and kind of go full circle, really. And so, yeah, I just kind of want to talk a little bit about where I feel like, oh, where I feel like my kind of business and my life is right now. So last year, I went on a bit of a solo trip to Southeast Asia, and basically all the clients I'd built up from the very start of me doing the treating. I kind of built that up, and I had to say to them, I'm going on my own kind of adventure. I've always wanted to travel. I've always been quite curious about traveling, especially Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, all these countries. Really, there was something about that visiting them places that I really wanted to do since being quite young. So yeah, basically I left, only planned to go for maybe 3 or 4 months max. I did plan to come back to the UK, essentially things happened on my trip. I I was enjoying it so much, and then 6 months went by. Obviously, I was kind of like money. I need to figure something out. So my plan then, I was in Indonesia. I was in Bali, and I did my working holiday visa for Australia, and that was my plan to go from Bali to Perth. Very close, so it's about 3 hours on a flight. So this was my kind of initial plan. I wasn't actually meant to be back in the UK right now, um, but essentially I got quite poorly when I was in Indonesia, and I had to come back to the UK pretty much the next day. I paid like £1,300 for a direct flight home. So, but I was glad that I was able to come back to England, and the NHS was there, just ready to help. You've got to be grateful that we've got that kind of service to just like help us when we need it. So I came back in April this year. I came back in April this year, and to be honest, like my business, it wasn't really something. I'd been gone for just short of 9 months, so it's a long time to go and then come back and kind of expect the clients who were coming to see you running up to when you were going and your regulars. It's a lot to ask them to keep kind of coming back to you really and using your service after so long being away. But I was pleasantly surprised. Kind of, it did take me a couple of months since being back to get into the swing of things, have clients kind of booking in and rebooking. So obviously I'm definitely not as busy as I was previously, but I've kind of used coming back home as just a bit of a stopgap to make some money, to kind of do all the appointments that I needed to do, kind of dentist checks, just all the things that you need to do, really. And I kind of feel like it was a bit of like a blessing that I don't think I was ready to go to Australia in that moment. Essentially, I felt I had there was a lot of options to like kind of swirling around in my head. I'd met a girl out there in when I was traveling. So I was traveling with her a little bit, and then obviously she was kind of. I was thinking, do I go with her? Do I stay with her? I had a business opportunity when I was in Bali that there was a guy wanting to open like a massage spa out there. So I was sitting down with him and doing some kind of like seeing if it was possible that I could kind of start setting something up over there. Then like my visa for Australia literally got accepted like the day after that I applied for it. So I wasn't expecting it to come that quick. So I had multiple options kind of floating around in my head, and I think it just became a little bit too much. I couldn't make a decision. I was quite kind of I felt like I was a bit frozen, to be honest. I was stuck on making a decision. So and then I think as a byproduct of that, I started getting too stressed, and I got like a bit sick. And then I feel like it was like someone telling me to like come home and just reset for a little bit. But yeah, so that was my trip. Obviously, I'm back now. I've just settled back into life back in the UK. It's getting pretty cold outside now. If anyone's from the UK, you know what I'm on about, especially the northeast. It's pretty grim. But yeah, since being back as well, I just want to dip into this a little bit. I got diagnosed ADHD when I was in Thailand. I've been on the waiting list for I've been on the waiting list to get diagnosed, well, to get assessed for ADHD for around a year and a half. It actually happened when I was in Chiang Mai in Thailand. I think I'd been out the night before and I'd been on the drinks and stuff, and I'd woke up with a hangover, and I got a Zoom call. It was just ringing, and I was like, shit. Um, anyway, he basically spoke to me. It was meant to be for about an hour, and it was like 25 minutes had gone by. I was just kind of up, down, making myself coffee. I was kind of like, and he was like, Rob, can you just sit still? And I was like, no. So, yeah, I got diagnosed ADHD then. And obviously, getting diagnosed at 29 is quite like, it's like bittersweet, really, because it's kind of like a lot of the things that I struggled with all through my life, where I felt like I'm someone, I don't know, whether it's imposter syndrome, like maybe not fitting in with people, maybe being too talkative, too excitable, or like low moods, anxiety, depression. Like now I've been diagnosed, I kind of like, it's all the issues that I've kind of had. It's like, it's not just because I'm this way, or it's not because I'm like, it's because of like my brain is ADHD, and I think ADHD like it kind of mimics a lot of different kind of a lot of things which happen mentally and stuff. I think like ADHD can be the root cause of that. So before I didn't really know why I have mood swings, or I snap out at people, or perhaps I sometimes I just don't want to speak to people, and I want to be away from people. Sometimes I want to be the center of attention. Like, and now I realize, okay, this is because my brain's a little bit different to normal people's. But yeah, I think with the ADHD, I think it helps massively with the business that I do. I'm great with people. I'm very like caring for people. Like I feel like it's like I take it upon myself to actually, if someone's hurt and someone's like in pain, like I feel like I owe that person something to like get them better. And I know that's something I've dealt with. I know it's not, maybe not a healthy way, but I just think I have a lot of like empathy for others when they're like not feeling great and they come to me for help. I feel like I want to do my absolute 110% to help that person. But yeah, so I'm going to do a few more videos of these because I feel like I can just blab on for absolutely ages about all this stuff. I'm just going to check that's still filming. Yeah, we're still good. What time are we on there? 12 minutes, right? 3 more minutes, guys. I think I'm going. So basically, right, I'm back home now. I'm doing my back doing what I'm doing. I'm living with my mum at the minute, saving some money up. And I've got basically until mid March to enter Australia, or so I can start the first working visa. I've told, obviously, my family know. I've booked my flights. I still actually haven't told anyone in the clinic yet, so I'm going to have that conversation soon. My flights are booked for mid-February. I'm planning to go back to, I'm going to fly to Malaysia, then I'm going to go to Thailand for a little while. I'm planning to do a Thai kickboxing camp while I'm in Thailand for a little bit. I'm going to vlog that while I do that, my training and kind of how I find that. And then, yeah, I'm going to head for Australia. And I just want to start speaking about my journey because I think I've got a lot of like, like I want to speak about kind of business and ADHD and kind of like the feeling of like any other like entrepreneurs, like even if you follow me or something, you struggle with maybe anxiety or like ADHD, and you feel like it affects like your business and your maybe how like you procrastinate with things and stuff like that. I feel like as well, I've kind of like I'm big into my journaling. I like to kind of get my thoughts down on paper. It helps a lot. But I feel like probably one of the best things, and the things that I've not done through like really much of my life until the last kind of few years, is just speaking, like actually getting it out, like voicing it, and especially putting it out on the internet, where people can take the piss out of you, like especially family and friends. They say like, "What are you doing?" This, that. But I feel like we live in a world now where I just think being authentic, like telling the camera, telling you guys like my the things that I'm struggling with, like my plans for the future, and just trying to build a little bit of a little bit of like a community, and just something going forward where people in a similar area of their life can maybe I don't know the word, but kind of resonate with what I'm saying essentially. But yeah, I'm ready for my next chapter. I feel like it's hard in business, like being at home, because I'm kind of like one foot in, one foot out. I'm trying to be as busy as I can to save as much money as I can, but I'm also just like some days I'm just like fuck this. I hate what I do. I can't be asked. I just want to like leave and live on an island away from everyone. But I just think that's normal human nature, really. But yeah, I'm just going to keep documenting kind of what I'm doing, where I'm at, and yeah, 29, single, got no kids, and just kind of ready to use my skill set, my personality, and just kind of my people skills to just tie it all together and kind of build something for myself going forward. And also throw myself into kind of Australia with a bit of what I can't even think of the word, like a bit of fuck um momentum. There you go. Going to Australia with a bit of momentum. I'd love to do what I'm doing here over there. I'm also a fully qualified PT, so I'm going to look down that avenue. I know that I might have to get kind of relicensed or do some extra courses and things, but who knows? I'm just going to see kind of. I'm going to cross the hurdle or whatever that phrase is, cross the bridge when it comes to it. Start figuring stuff out as I go, and yeah, just take what I've learned here, take my skill set, my business, and try to make something for myself in another country. Like I love the UK; it's my home. It's got my family here. Like I love everything about England, maybe bar the weather, but I think I'm just ready, and I feel a bit stagnant here, and I'm just ready to make something kind of new for myself, really. So yeah, just thanks for listening if you've got this far, and just keep following along for the journey. And I'll be posting. I don't know. I say I'll be posting weekly, but I might just fall into a bit of an ADHD pit, and you might not hear from me for 2 months. But I'm going to try. Thanks for listening. Peace.